with a little circulation in the backside. Okay. I don't know if you can see my stream. We're in a pretty bad date area, but I'm looking off to the right. And you can see that bright white wall cloud right there. And, there's definitely not a large consolidated tornado on the ground. Just little spinners, like you said. But actually, now the bull funnel's starting to get a little better organized. I don't know if you can see it on radar, but it's starting to get better organized now.
Reed, appreciate that. Still getting reports here of possible weak tornadoes here. Kind of little dancing type things coming down. There's Mike Bennett's stream. You're looking at it live. That's what Reed Timmer's talking about right there. That's still heading for Cushing, and the most dangerous part of that storm is going to be about 3 miles east of Ripley now, or just to the west of Cushing, just north of Highway 33. Mike Bennett is on Highway 33 right there. You're looking right at that area of circulation. Now, let's go to Emily Sutton as we take the storm tracker. Emily's been backtracking now because she's concerned about the metro, as are we, because we're looking at this dry line firing again. There's this one severe storm west of Guthrie, and Emily joins us now live. Emily, tell us where you are. What do you see? And we'll get back with Emily here momentarily. You see Emily there on the Gentner? Emily, are you there? All right. She'll check back in with us here. She's on this storm right here. So again, Oklahoma County, there's nothing here to the west that is fired on the dry line. That's good news. This storm here continues severe, doesn't have a lot of organized rotation with it. It is severe. And then we have these severe storms here with a continued possible, if not likely, weak tornado just to the west-northwest of Cushing. So you folks in Cushing need to continue to be in your safe spot. I wouldn't be in a mobile home as this comes through. And interior closet or bathroom, Cushing right now, 335. And then from there, Yale at 345. We have viewers up in Yale. And then Drumright, we have viewers in Drumright as well, 353. And then from there, we're talking about Oilton at about 4 o'clock, and Oilton's out of our viewing area. However, everybody else here is in our viewing area. I want to make that perfectly clear because, we don't want you to think that you're not in our viewing area when you're watching us. We definitely know that you are in our viewing area. Cushing, Yale, over toward Drumright. Drumright 353 on that storm right there on the west-northwest side of Cushing with a tornado warning. Now, we have another tornado warning down south. It's over Dibble right now. This is going to be for far south Norman, also Noble and Purcell. Let's go back to Mike Bennett with a live update. Mark Dillard with a live update, and he's got a nice view of that wall cloud there. Hank Baker's on it too. Mark, what do you have?
Yes, Mike, just continues to be very ragged at the base there, that wall cloud. At times it will try to localize, one section, and just as soon as it looks like it's getting its act together, it kind of just blows out and goes away. So doesn't have the best inflow characteristics at this point. From my vantage point, Hank may have something a little different, as he's only about a mile west of it. But from my vantage point, Mike, it just seems to be having some problem getting together right there at the ground level. I'm sure the radar still has a pretty good mid-level rotation with it, but as far as truly trying to get its act together, I mean, these fingers come down, they try to come together, but they cannot quite keep a funnel together long enough to even come a quarter of the way down from the cloud base. So, but, as soon as I say that, it changes a little bit. Just folks out here need to be vigilant. Need to stay tuned in. As we've been saying all afternoon, things can change in a blink of an eye. I'm at Washington, Mike, just on the west side of town, looking to my south and west, and the center of circulation is basically about 3 to 4 miles to my south and west. Hank Baker's in Dibble, on the west side of it, looking back at it. So we've got it covered down here. We're right here. If anything breaks loose, we'll holler back at you. Back to you.
Okay, that is for far south Norman, Noble, and Purcell. Hank Baker joins us now live from Dibble. Hank?
Yes, Mike. I am now just right on the eastern edge of the circulation. I agree with Mark. It goes from looking like it could tornado any second to being disorganized. It just seems like it's pulsing back and forth. Right now, it does not look like a tornado is coming out of the sky right now or completely imminent. But, again, it's been pulsing back and forth where it looks really organized and then it looks disorganized. It looks organized and disorganized. We're located on Highway 39, just 1 mile west of 59, and that circulation is just on the south side of Highway 39, about 4 miles to the south and east of Dibble right now, Mike, and it does look very unorganized to me right now, Mike. Back to you.
Okay, appreciate that, Hank Baker. Let's go back to the storm tracker. We've got hailstorms here also. Still getting a lot of reports of good-sized hailstorms down here by Sterling and Surreal. Golf balls and larger. This is coming out of northeastern Comanche County. It's a supercell. It's rotating, but it just has mid-level rotation. There's nothing down low. This one has circulation down low. This one does not. This is all mid-level. So you see a little bit of a spin to it. You know, the curve. You know all too well how those look. A little bit of a curve there, but not. I mean, look at the difference between these two. The same general shape, if you just look at that, they're almost identical, right? And then look at the, see there, look at the low level. Look at all that down there at low levels. That's why there's a tornado warning for this one and not for this one right now. So this is all mid-level. But it has some big, big hail. It's bigger than golf ball. And, it might even be, there could be tennis ball size. We have the instability today for at least tennis ball size hail, at least. There might even potentially be baseballs. Here it is, only 3:40 in the afternoon. It's way up in the 80s ahead of these storms and very unstable. So there'll be some big hail with these ones that have established mesocyclones with them. Let's go back to Mark Dillard on this storm now that is to the southwest of Norman or west of Purcell. What do you have, Mark?
Yes, Mike, the wall cloud's beginning to firm up just a little bit. On the southern edge of it really has more of an edge to it, which is, to me, is more of a telltale sign that it's really getting its rotation better organized and could potentially put something down very quickly. That center section there, you begin to see more of a funnel shape right there at the lowest part of the cloud base. That is also telltale that it's improved the organization of the rotation quite a bit from the last time we even spoke. As Hank was just getting off the phone with you just a few minutes ago and saying it was not as organized, it literally became more organized. So that's what we're talking about, folks. As we've seen with these supercells pretty much all day, they cannot look organized one minute and then they can get back together the next. And as I'm talking to you now, it's starting to break apart a little bit again, Mike. So we're right here. I'm just south of Washington, coming up to the 39 intersection with 74, and just to the east of Dibble and to the west of Purcell, about, I'd say probably about 6 miles. And we're right here with it, Mike. Back to you.
Appreciate that. Let's go to the storm tracker, and let's go back up. Reports of tornado damage, Highway 18, Highway 51. Near Ripley. So reports of tornado damage here, debris. Let's go to Mike Bennett. And Mike Bennett, still a possible tornado with that. As we reported, it was kind of hopscotching along there. What do you have?
Yeah, Mike, we're about 3.5 west of Cushing on Highway 33. We stopped here on the top of a bridge because it gave us the best vantage point. Very challenging to chase this because we got 3 miles of cars ahead of us, and you only get short glimpses of the wall cloud as you're dipping in and out of the valleys. We've been sitting here for about 3 minutes watching this. The wall cloud to me seems a little disorganized. It was, about 4 minutes ago, it was firm, and we had a couple of spots that looked like it was going to localize and maybe tighten up on the rotation, but I'm not seeing that now. And so it's just kind of up and down, just kind of way it's been all day. We'll go back and check on that damage here on Highway 18 on the way back in. But right now, I don't see anything that looks imminent. We're 3.5 west of Cushing. Back to you.
Okay, Highway 51 and 18, Mike Bennett, near the town of Ripley. So that sounds like it's tornado damage. You've got an awfully good view of that wall cloud. Mike, I can tell you that the rotation is still pretty strong on the literally on the northern side of Cushing right now. I think the prudent thing to do is to stay with your shot. No doubt the folks in Cushing are in their safe spot. You've got a really nice view of it, and it's a pretty strong rotation there. It could be tornado rotation on the northern side of Cushing right now. There's motion, pretty good motion in that wall cloud, Mike.
Yeah, we'll try it. We'll go ahead and push east and get to Cushing, Mike, simply because it's actually pulling away from us. And I will tell you, it's just hard to stay up with because everybody wants to see a tornado today, so everybody's on the road. Traffic's just, been making it really challenging besides the terrain. So anyway, we'll do the best we can. We'll go ahead and push east and see what happens north of Cushing. Back to you.
Okay, that's going to be heading up toward Yale and Oilton. That's going to be heading, say that again. What was that? Robert Moose, what was that? Anything? That's going to be heading up toward Yale and Oilton. And then from there up toward Manford and the southern parts of Keystone Lake. So the circulation now is on the northern side of Cushing. heading up for oil.